Welcome to the MBD podcast, the show where we dig into what's actually working or not when it comes to scaling businesses with people who've been there. Fahad's been there, and I'm going to let him go ahead and introduce himself.
Hi, everyone. This is Fahad Shakeel, and I'm running Workforce Commerce, which is actually an AI agency. We are more of a consulting company who let the companies and agencies or the newcomers give the consultant how they can leverage with the AI within their existing business. One of my best art is you running a business and you want to scale it up using the machine learning, deep learning, or artificial intelligence. I'm always there to guide you how you can plug and play AI into an already running business and scale it up by two or three folds, and already there are several organizations available with whom I'm working in United States, in United Arab Emirates, in Saudi Arabia, and several more countries.
Awesome. So, say I'm a business, I may not really understand AI. I know that it can help my business. People are telling me it can help my business. I'm watching YouTube videos. There's so much information out there. As a strategist, how would you help come into my business or consult with me of like, hey, this is what you should be looking at, and this is how we're going to implement it so that way you get the most success and efficiency out of it?
Okay, so the very first step is obviously that if you need to understand that how AI can leverage your business, and in the very first step, all we see if your business is capable enough to adopt the AI. Obviously, there are so many businesses still available around the world. If not in America, then obviously somewhere in West Africa, South Africa, where there is no automation. So obviously, we cannot implement the AI. So the very first step is the feasibility study. We study the feasibility if your current system allow to adopt the AI, and most of the time, an American or Middle Eastern customer, this is this prerequisite is always being met. The second thing comes with the angle. In which angle, whether you need more sale or you need more production, or you have to stop the wastages, you need to stop the corruptions, block the loopholes. Is it about the cybersecurity or whatever? So we figure out the angle about it, and then we have to implement that angle in the user experience. And this is one of the most important thing. A lot of people talk about the AI and user experience separately, but I always believe that the user experience and AI is the same thing. I
Mhm.
always see this because what user experience does, UX always help to minimize your steps of doing something. It create the convenience for you in terms of production, or in terms of processing the data or the data flow or operations, whatever it is. So the exactly same thing AI is doing. The only difference is there used to be the monolithic or modular architectures earlier, but now we are developing agents who decides on behalf of you, who interacts on behalf of you, who do the things on behalf of you. So yeah, that's what we do, and that's what I let people understand, that it's an integral part of your user experience. Get into this and get the most efficiency out of it.
Got it. So come in, do a feasibility study, make sure that it's something. One, are there areas of opportunity essentially within the feasibility study? And then two, identifying those and providing the solution. What are some solutions that you've provided that probably are applicable to a lot of different businesses where they can leverage AI as a efficiency resource to implement
Mhm.
something that will help them in their day to day?
Okay, so one of the major case study I do have is we last year, about a year back, I delivered a reporting tool to a company, and it's basically a call center. And the call center goes for, like whether it sell the products or it generally go as a pay per minute. So they provide the legal advisories and other services, and it's always a pay per minute thing. And in terms of the calculations, higher management of that company, and obviously the CEOs, they were quite skeptical on their own reports, because in a paper minute, who is doing from word to word, call needs to be recorded. Then there are targets for the each month. Someone is doing better, someone is doing lower. So
Mhm.
they had to make a lot of different mechanism in order to decide their paychecks in the end of the month. So initially I was working with that company for about 2 years, and I noticed this thing that every 2 weeks the CEO or the higher management comes to me and they discuss a new report. Okay, we need a report for the top performers. We need the report for the lower performers. We need to change our algorithm. We want to see who is taking the longest call. We want to see who is taking the optimal calls. So there were so many parameters they
Jeez.
had. And at some point, I realized that they have 71 reports. And every time, if they have to, and sometimes they come, okay, we need with and factor and or factor. So although I created a report configurator for them back in the days, but even then, I thought that why don't I go with the AI? So all we did that we took their data for about 3 years, 4 years, whatever they had, we converted into the data sets. We took the leverage from Llama to Metabase engine, if you know. So it's a
Hmm.
free of charge engine. We use the Hugging Space for that, and that's it. No, you just go to your AI tool and you just okay, I want to see who did best between September 2024 to December 2024 in terms of calls, and this guy has to be in the riverside, and this guy has to be available in the morning time. So you just talk in a very normal thing, and there is a natural language processor working which
Hmm.
translate and interpret everything into obviously whatever the whole algorithm, and it brings you the results. So this was one of the best example, and honestly speaking, it helps us a lot in a way that to change the direction of a customer. And later onwards, that customer, since they were the call center, so they came up to having a call observer as well. So then we hooked their asterisk server, we started recording their calls, and our AI agent started observing their calls. We implemented a sentiment analysis, semantic analysis, and later on we started actually AI started rating their calls. Who did the best? Who comes to the hype? And even AI started the comparison about okay, this guy does fine. We make that a benchmark. So the guy B, C, D has what I would say the deficiencies they have, and they have to improve. So that's what AI was doing at that time. I mean, still it's doing. The very good part of it is AI gradually, if we opt external help, and definitely we added a few more libraries from one of the best call center agents and all of their capabilities. The free data sets are available for voice and video and
Hmm.
everything. So once we feed all those things, after about 3 or 4 months, it came to a situation that AI was suggesting even better practices to the one of the best performing agents.
Oh, wow.
So that helped them to improve their business and all the things.
Hmm.
Honestly speaking, one of my team member was quite a skeptical at that time. By the time we were building that report thing, we thought maybe we get a chance to engage two of our people every month just because of these reporting thing. If we will give this tool to them, there is a very good chance that we will lose that business. Eventually, it wasn't the case, because since then we are still busy and we are still working on their newest ventures and all related to AI. Our business has been doubled and their business has gone 3 times
Wow.
because their performance is being improved, their numbers are being improved, and they are getting this leverage from it. This is just one example. I'm also working for a Rochester-based healthy meals company, and for them we are also working on AI to improve their kitchen cooking time, reduce the wastages, task assignments,
Hmm.
selling, and most importantly, what's the problem with you when you go to the restaurant? The first thing came into your mind is what to eat. Even if your favorite restaurant with a favorite meal, you still got to see the whole menu from top to bottom. And that's what for a lot of people our AI algorithm for them is helping to decide what they should eat based on their previous experiences, their previous likings or dislikings. So this is another example. So I mean, I won't extend it too much. Otherwise, I'm going to speak about AI for the whole night, and I won't
Yeah.
stop.
Well, you bring up a lot of good points. So one of those, or some of those points, is I worked in analytics, and in analytics, the ability to real time consume information and generate reports. I don't know how many ad hoc reports we'd always do, because you come up with one report and they'll be like, oh, well, let's break this part down. And then let's break this part down. And you're like, this is just analysis paralysis. It's going nowhere. Like, why are you guys continually do this? And then providing them with the option where they can go as far as they ever want to get all the information they want, as long as the data tables are correct. They're gonna,
Yeah.
it relieves the team for you to be able to work up on projects that are going to be much more, um, much more, or provide more value, right? Because doing ad hoc, I mean, you still get paid for the ad hoc depending on how you're billing, but it's like at some point you're working with people, you're like, you're never going to get the answer you're looking for because you're not willing to put the work into what the numbers are saying. No, cool. So we got that. Now you're building those out, you're creating efficiencies. Now, the big thing is people are wondering is like, how are you building your business? How are you finding new clients? What tactics are you using, potentially leveraging AI, so that way you can go out there and generate, ICPs or go after ICPs that you're looking for?
Well, Jason, honestly speaking, it's AI everywhere.
Yeah.
It's AI everywhere. There are
Mm,
certain things that people never consider about it, but I would always say there is a direct AI and then there is a indirect AI.
interesting.
So the indirect AI is obviously something like you are running a website. You go to Claude, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, whatever the engine you use, pretty
Yep.
much all have the similar capabilities with plus minuses. So you go to them and you talk about your website. It's SEO, it's design, it's user experience. And you'll
Mm-hmm.
be amazed to know it will come up with interesting facts you could never consider, or human mind sometimes can never consider.
Mm-hmm.
So take the leverage of getting to know about your own product, about your own website, and not limited to this. Then again, an AI can build it whole. Obviously, it depends on your prompts.
Yeah.
A lot
Prompt
of people
engineering
say
is
this is
big.
not
Yeah.
perfect, but I would say that all you need to do is you have to be good about prompts, how you are providing it all the prompts. Because if being an AI engineer, I know that how this whole thing work in the back end of whole algorithm, where the set comes, where the agent comes, and then everything. So, and I totally understand if you are giving you are bombarding an AI engine with the prompts, you're gonna chalk it and you're going to distract it, and at some point it will be lousy. You're not getting
Hmm.
what you actually wanted. However, instead of spending that time giving all the instructions and the different messages to AI, rather open a notepad, write all the instructions, think about it, take your time, have a cup of tea, have some smoke, take a break, come back, rewrite. And once you are sure you have covered all the angles, everything, say if it's a website, has to has all the colors, color codes,
Mm-hmm.
your vision and everything, just hit in the one message, and then you see the product, whether it's a Claude or GPT or DeepSeek, whatever it is, you're gonna get a comprehensive answer or something generative. So that's, I mean, that's more like an indirect or a direct thing to get an updated SEO compliant, responsive, trending website, but Google gonna crawl, and there is no way it's not gonna crawl. There are certain keywords. If you just Google, I am on the first page, and those are not actually my brand name, but actually about the wrapper apps or
Mm-hmm.
hiring the AI engineers or NLP engineers. So thankfully, I'm trending on the top, just because, honestly speaking, it's not my mind. I use the right prompts. I gave my vision, I gave my history, and I
Mm-hmm.
gave my best capabilities, what I can do. And then it was all about the different AI engines which generated that content for me, and I posted as is. And then obviously it was ranked. So we get the leverage through the SEO, which is again an indirect effort about it. Then obviously, you know what, GPT is a very interesting thing regarding if you are running the Google AdWords, Facebook ads, Meta ads, any
Mm-hmm.
sort of advertisement. It gives you a compliant budget against the keywords. You tell your business, it will tell you, keep this budget, keep these keywords, you're going to get the optimal results. Just like for an example, if I'm spending budget on Google, say I spend $100 a day and it gives me 5 leads. If I spend $1,000 a day, it's not gonna give me 50 leads. It's actually gonna give me 100 leads probably. So the per lead cost is gonna come down to $10. But if I'm going to spend $2,000, it doesn't mean I'm gonna get more than 2,000. Maybe I'm gonna get 1,200 or 1,300 leads. So there is always an optimal budget. So the graph goes like a parabola. So your GPTs or the fancy engines. I'm sure about the GPT because I tried this thing with this, and I'm not sure about DeepSeek yet, but Claude and GPT because I
Hmm.
do the cross verification when I talk to them. So it scales you on an optimal value. For this keyword, do not exceed your budget from this way. Keep your strategy this one. Use these keywords, use these ad statements, use these titles, and tada! And it works.
So
Honestly, it
that's
works.
interesting because we run a lot of ads. So you're using, so say OpenAI, you go into Chat GPT, you're giving it a keyword and saying, hey, can you create my Google ad strategy for this, providing budget,
Why you
titles,
want to waste your
descriptions.
time in giving the keywords? You don't need to waste your time. You
Hmm.
give your vision, make it your buddy. Honestly speaking, you make it your PA. I mean, you just get the subscription, and he must know. Claude knows about you. The more I talk, the more I discuss, it knows about my vision, my in-depth realities, about my staffing, about my
Well,
people.
yeah, I'd say
So
that you have, for instance, maybe it's a client, it's not you looking for it. So it's their vision. So you're saying, hey, I have a client. What would you suggest for their business in structuring their Google Ads campaign? What would that prompt look like?
well, the prompt looks like that I give the complete details about that business. Say if I talk
Hmm.
about, sorry, sorry to Apple, but yeah, if I'm going to sell this thing, obviously I need to upload a few images. I need to upload the
Hmm.
specification and description, my target audience, where I'm going to sell it. What's the cost? What's the promotion? And not limited to this, but my vision about this. It's essential when you are selling something to tell your vision why you are selling this thing. What's your mind? Are you gonna make even bigger pro, like the bigger headphones in the future about it, or you're gonna make the small nano headphones about it? So it will scaling towards future,
Hmm.
scaling toward minors, because this has to generate the statements for you. It's not gonna create the ads for you. It's also gonna create the right keywords for you. You don't have to give the
Hmm.
keywords. It will give you the keywords. It will give you the region. It will even tell you, oh, well, I think that France is a better region for you, or Germany is a better region for you. You don't need to go for, say, Bangladesh or Pakistan or other countries. So it also lets you know the best audience. Okay, this is the one thing. A lot of companies come with, if I'm running my advertisement, I always have this problem that I'm running with a $500 a day.
Hmm.
If I'm running my campaign in California, New York, Texas, Florida, there's a very good chance I'm going to end up having probably 10 leads, 12 leads maximum. So just for
Right.
the sake of 10 leads, I'm going to burn my $500 in a day. I talk to it. I have $500, and then say, okay, you should go with Chicago, Wyoming, Connecticut, Massachusetts, the sort of the states where it believes that the keyword cost is less. And in probably $500, I might end up getting 25, 30, some sort of leads. But then it depends on the on sort of your product as well, your target audience, and your willingness as well. So all of your parameters, what's in your mind, how you see to stand your brand somewhere, to make your product exposure, you transfer everything to this. But this is all about the publishing. We are
Hmm.
slightly distracting because I was telling you that how we can penetrate to get the leads. So that
Yeah.
was just one angle, the advertisement. Another angle is what people do not consider, just like people used to sell the content earlier. Why
Hmm.
not people are coming towards selling the data sets? That's going to be the game changer. At this
Hmm.
moment, you give prompt to AI to get something, there's a very good chance after 5 years AI will give you prompts to
Hmm.
do better with your life.
Hmm.
That's the future. So sell your data sets, contribute your data sets free of charge or with the money. I'm sure. I mean, you have a lot of things around you. You might be fond of the cars. You might like some engineering, some woodworks. You are a chef. Create your own data sets, give your contribution, work over the web, find out the facts. So there is a much need of the data sets, because in the end, these data sets are contributing in this ecosystem and they are becoming the backbone. Whether AI gives me the right answer, a gray area, or a wrong answer, this whole is
Yeah.
coming from the data set. So people must think of contributing. There are a few channels, and Hugging Face is on the top. I will again name this thing because I do my contributions to the Hugging Face as well. So if you are uploading those data sets, people are leveraging, obviously you get highlighted. And the interesting
Hmm.
fact is, commercially, you can include your name into the data sets as well somewhere.
Mm.
No one minds about it. Obviously, it's your effort. So at some point, if you say like, okay, which is the best YouTube channel to watch, and it say, hey, you should follow the Jason Wright because you mentioned somewhere in the data set. And then there are external things as well, just like for the Google, it has on the fly. Not everything is into the data set, but it's also getting from its own SEO and indexing. So it also get the real time things. But yes, uh, still, if someone feed the data sets your name or your company name, so you can brand yourself through those data sets as well. This is another angle to do the things. One last thing I must say is there is a strong human sentiment connected with AI at this
Hmm.
moment. Just like any other technology, when robotic operating system, computer vision, I would say the cryptography, all these things were coming into launch. There was a strong human sentiment. Even I see the people who doesn't know about the cryptography, they purchase the NFTs, and even sometimes the useless NFTs, pardon it, but yeah, I know. So the useless NFTs were being purchased. People spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, million and billions people wasted on this
Hmm.
because there was just sentiment. So just now, even an eighth grade kid knows about AI and he want to learn about it. You want to say, so there are, if you talk about the technologies, you talk about PHP, .NET, JS, all these monolithic or modular architectures are somewhere behind. Everyone talks about the AI, learn AI, how to do this with the AI. So start publishing your content on your website, on social media, things come into the line with the AI. Trust me, it's a straight away marketing.
Got it.
You're gonna get the leverages. So if, I mean, the more you post, the more you talk, means the more you think, you penetrate
Hmm.
into this ecosystem, and obviously you learn. Unintentionally, you are learning something because you are just typing it, you are thinking it, you are going through these things.
Yeah.
So, and you know, social media is all algorithmic. If you are posting all about it, you are seeing everywhere. So there's a chance that all the reels you are watching, all the posts you are watching is coming related to AI. So yeah, it's a sort of a direct or indirect leverages you can take. And once you are brand as an AI evangelist or AI geek or AI something. So people are going to talk to you just like you met me just because of AI. We
Yeah.
never knew each other. This is our first time we are talking just because the commonality is AI.
And you don't know this, but AI is what targeted you. And our conversation initially was AI based
True.
until I
Yeah.
stepped in.
Yeah.
So it creates
That's-
connections. Like, so it's really amazing what it could do. So if someone's listening right now who's trying to scale, what's one piece of advice you wish you had earlier?
I would advise to the people as do not think that AI is going to replace you, but someone who is using AI will definitely replace you. A
Yeah.
lot of people say specifically the jobs endangerment. They talk about the jobs
Hmm.
endangerment specifically for content writer, graphic designers, website designers, layout designers, teachers, and so many things. Consultants, they believe that they are going to be replaced with the AI. I think I had this fear 3 years back when this
Hmm.
whole saga started. I had this fear the things I'm doing probably someone will replace me because we were working on the monolithic or modular architectures on conventional web development, I would say. But it's not the case. As I told you, the case study about the call center,
Hmm.
just start using it.
Adopt.
Well, and then there is a scaling. The more Jason, you know what? There is a scaling. When you opt the AI, people believe, see, I'm working for 24, $25 or $30 an hour,
Uh-huh.
and I am doing something in $100. I take it like $2,500 for working for 100 hours of, I mean, I'm said this service at this rate. Eventually, the same job is going to be done in probably an hour, and
Yeah.
you can still charge 2,500.
Yeah.
Or you maybe 1,000, but in 100 days you can conclude 10, 12, 15 jobs.
Yeah. Multiplies.
So
Yeah.
yes, yes. So a lot of people do not opt. This is one of the common terrible dilemma with the development community, specifically sitting in the third world in Nepal, Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, somewhere in the
Hmm.
Ukraine as well. They are afraid to opt AI because they believe the time will be reduced and that's going to impact their paychecks. Oh, come on, buddy. You just improve your value. If you know AI, your value is not at 25 to
Right.
$30 an
Yeah.
hour. You're going to charge like $500,
Yeah.
$300, $400, depending upon what you know. So scale yourself, scale everything, make a better combination, use the AI, and then go into the market. You'll feel the difference. So start opting AI, whatever you are doing, whatever. I mean, obviously, I won't suggest to go for the AI-based medication. You have to consult your doctor. Other than the medication or obviously the critical things,
Yeah.
it helped me with the relations as well. So yeah, it helped
Awesome.
you with so many things, but do not take it lightly. As I told you, I see it after 5 years. You're not gonna give it any prompts. It will give you the prompts. You see
Awesome.
it.
Now, where can people connect with you or learn more about what you're doing?
Well, you can. They can follow me on Twitter. If they want to follow me, it's I don't even remember my Twitter handle. That's Fahad Shakeel. FahadShakeel. I would recommend if you can just post my Twitter handle there,
Yeah.
or they can just visit my website workforcecommerce.com. My LinkedIn is again I don't remember. It's probably Fahad Shakeel or yeah, that would be the
Yeah.
same.
We'll put it in the
So
description for sure.
yeah, you can put into the description to follow me on my LinkedIn. See, I'm always available, and I work in global time zones. When I have to work, I'm always awake that time. My
Awesome. Well,
customer and you or anyone
yeah.
would not feel any difference. I sleep in the chunks, but most of the time I'm working. So yeah, the guys can connect with me. I do the casual discussions on
Mhm.
Twitter, on Zoom, free of charge, nothing. 30 minutes sessions, 15-minute session, all about AI. If I come across anything new, anything special, and I want that people should know about it, so I just start a Facebook or sometime Twitter
Yeah.
session
Well,
to
great. Well,
learn
thank you
about
for
it.
taking the time.
Yeah,
It's a lot of fun.
that's yeah. Thank you very much, Jason, for connecting with me, and thanks for having me. Let's start bringing people towards AI so that they can
Yeah.
leverage into their businesses.
Agreed. All
Have
right.
a great rest of the day,
You
gentlemen, and
too.
everyone. Take care. Bye.